Hi children, how are you? Continuation of the third chapter, the animal kingdom. We already studied that scientists usually divide animals into two large groups, animals with backbone and without backbones. We know that animals with backbones are fish, reptile, birds, amphibians, mammals, and animals without backbones, all insects, small animals such as insects, worms, slugs and snails are included in this group. That means animals without backbone. Then also animals can be divided according to two groups where animals live and what they eat, what animals eat. So where they live, animals live with, some animals are terrestrial animals, some animals are arboreal animals. Terrestrial animals means that live on land, and arboreal animals means they live on ground, but they spend most of the time in trees. And aquatic animals, animals that live in water, and aerial animals also, those are spend a lot of time in air. These are the classification of animals where animals live. Then next is where animals eat. We know that some animals eat a variety of foods. We can make four groups by studying the kind of food that animals eat. First one is carnivores, herbivores, omnivores and parasites. Carnivores means animals that eat only other animals, flesh of other animals. Then herbivores means animals that only plants. And omnivores means animals eat both plants and flesh of other animals. Last one is parasites. Parasites are also small. They live on inside the bodies of other animals. Then next is adaptation. 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 You have seen how animals are suited to their place of living and food habits. If they cannot adjust their surroundings, they can move from one place to another. And over many years, they adapt to their environment. Their bodies change and their way of living changes. This is called adaptation. So you can, how animals are suited for their place of living and food habits. They are suited for their place of living and food habits. And also if they cannot adjust that surroundings, they can move one place to another. And over many years, they can adjust that place, adjust that environment, and their bodies change and their way of living changes. This is called adaptation. Many years ago, dinosaurs, they lived on this earth. Today these animals have died out. We say that they have become extinct. We can say that they become extinct. Extinct means no longer existing. Now they are not living here. Then they died because they could not adapt to their environment. Why they are extinct? They died because they could not adapt to their surroundings. One of the reasons what happened to these type of animals for extinct. One of the reasons why prehistoric animals such as dinosaurs became extinct in many millions of years ago. Because the climate on the earth, they extinct because the climate on the earth. For a period, the earth became very cold and these animals could not keep warm. And they suddenly died out. Today there are animals in all parts of the world, but some are in danger of being wiped out. Today also some are being wiped out because of the climate changes, and this time it is not a change in the climate which could make them extinct, but the work of man. That is the work of man. Today also some animals being wiped out because that not a change in the climate but could make them extinct by the work of man. So man spreads throughout the world, building cities, roads, factories and dams, and cutting down large areas of forest. So many animals are once again in great danger. As the work of the man means man spread throughout the world, they are building cities, the factories and dams, and cutting down large areas of forest, and many animals are once again in great danger. Their natural habitat is being taken over. Next is protection. Adaptation, after that protection. Animals protect themselves to survive. They can protect themselves to survive. First, some animals can move fast. They can move fast so they can escape from other animals. They have strong legs and can run away from their enemies. Protection. Then some are huge animals. Some are huge. So they do not have many enemies apart from man. Next, some can hide from others. Some animals like zebra, many types of fish, insects and the parakeet can hide because of their colors. They can hide from other animals because of their colors. For example, the Arctic fox is white. Arctic fox is white. It cannot be seen easily against the snow. They are white in color, so it cannot be easily cannot be seen easily against the snow. Then dealing with temperature change, another one is snakes, lizards, crocodiles and frogs are cold-blooded animals. They are cold-blooded animals. Their body temperature changes with the outside temperature. These type of animals are cold-blooded temperature. So these body changes without temperature changes with the outside temperature. So when it is very cold and there is no food around during the winter months, when it is very cold, there is no food around during the winter months. So these animals go to sleep. When it is in a cold time, there is no food around them, so they go to sleep. This is winter sleep is known as hibernation. This winter sleep is called hibernation. Many animals migrate. Migrate means they can move from one place to another in search of their food. So some animals can migrate. They move away from their homes in the winter in search of food and warmth. Many birds fly over the Himalayas into our country. They sometimes fly more than 5,000 kilometers. So they migrate from one place to another in season, in climate changes, and also they in search of their food also. They can migrate from one place to another. These are the main points of this chapter. Thank you.